Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show off my collection of Walkman, starting off with this Sony NWA 105, I believe. I have a little sticker in the back here. Just my favorite little sticker. Here's like the hold button, your standard hold button on every Walkman that ever existed. The UI is a little slow because it's kind of 4 years old. I haven't updated it since I bought it in 2021, 2020. This here would be the music app, the main music app that comes default on the Walkman player. This is where I have all my CDs that I converted to ALAC, and this is where I would have my lossless DSD files. It doesn't really play or output DSD. It outputs linear PCM or WAV quality. So one of the cool, charming features about this player is when you play, depending on your file, it gives you a cool or a different cassette display. So in this case, DSD is a ceramic cassette, one of Sony's flagship cassettes they came out with back in the day. Very cool, very charming. Next is, I think, an example of like a different file. In this case, like MP3. This is what an MP3 file would look like. And I guess this would be, your kind of your super consumer cassette that you would find everywhere, like at Rite Aid or something. So that was the music player app, and now this is Spotify. I use this quite the most, simply because of discovering different artists. There's just so much, and it does get pretty convenient making playlists here and there, saving it for another time. Here I'm kind of going into the settings to show you that you're able to set it to, I guess, very high here. I didn't set it, and everything else is set to high in terms of file quality. This is Apple Music on the Walkman, and of course they allow you to play lossless files if they have lossless files. Give it a little clean. Up next is my very first Walkman, and this is my Walkman, first Minidisc Walkman to be specific. I did not get this during the 90s or any earlier. I was too young. This is the R90 recorder and player. Bought it off of eBay from a very kind gentleman who kind of supplied a free disc. And this is, one of my favorites. I don't use it too often just because I have others that you're about to see. Here, just showing you just the size and how it looks. Nice, crispy sounds. Very tight, very dense, very well put together. This is my second player slash recorder, the MZ-N707. Uses AA batteries. It has a USB connection, which is mainly why I got it. With the USB connection that's attached to this thing, I get to basically rip music onto it with ease. Here's the side view of it, all the connections and inputs. It's a cool little player. This one was released for the Americans, just because they liked using AA's. Up next is just a player, but I got this just for the aesthetics of it. There's nothing else that quite looks like this, This is when devices really had some personality, I think. There's a lot of background noise when you listen with IEMs, but if you listen with Porta Pros, it's pretty good. This came with a nice battery pack, or with a backpack or a sidecar, whatever you want to call it. Actually, it did not come with it. I ended up buying it separately. So there's that. cool is you just screw it on, and then now you have more listening time. Because this one's notoriously known for dying pretty fast. It was not efficient in using its power. This came out pre-thousands, around like 98, I think. I don't remember. I got it just 2024. A little bit after I got the R90. I just really appreciate these devices. You can tell I'm a Sony fanboy here. Big appreciation for their ingenuity and their design. So this is what it looks like without the AA. This is just a unit with a gump stick only. Here I'm giving you an example of what it looks like having a gump stick battery inserted. Stuck on hold. What's really nice is when you play the music, it plays pretty instantly versus having to, wait for the modern Walkman to wake up, and then you gotta press your password, and then you gotta choose your app you want to listen to. Just comparing the two, the slimness of the modern Walkman is the biggest advantage, but there's just not a lot of personality anymore, which is why I have that sticker. Yeah, you have lossless. The music and sound quality sounds phenomenal on the modern Walkmans. But just the personality that it all used to have, it's kind of gone. Just a simple black slate now. Just a moment ago I was just comparing the buttons. Nice solid closing mechanisms. This is just a little bit of my collection of mini discs. These are pre-recorded discs from artists on Bandcamp. You can see there's World of Acid and so on and so forth. Basically, Bandcamp is kind of what got me into getting mini disc players. I first saw them when I was collecting cassettes, and I was like, what is a mini disc? And this year, when I got like a surgery and I was basically hospitalized, that kind of bedridden for months, I decided to just research and purchase my first mini disc recorder / player, and since then I never turned back. I just love the aesthetic of all the mini discs. They're just so slick, so cool. Some of them are very, very pretty. They're gorgeous. Some of them are very gorgeous. These ones are just simple, basic ones, but I'll make another video of some of my more interesting and rare mini discs. Inserting it into the recorder. Got my focal leases close by just to have some kind of output. To the next song. Remute's pretty cool. He focuses a lot on game themed, 8-bit, 16-bit kind of sounds. Very reminiscent, nostalgic kind of sounds. Old games. This is a playlist I put together just from different sources, from Spotify, from Apple Music, different CDs. Another cool looking disc. This one is from Sony. Then I just printed that with like a little Instax printer thing. I have other discs with better disc covers, but that's just another video. I appreciate you watching up to this point. I know it was a long one, but I've been meaning to get this video out for quite some time, and I finally just said I needed to do it, so I did it. Thanks for hanging out.